Hey, Todd. Todd, you're on the Ron and Fez show. And I thought you were hosting the show with me.
I think after last night's little incident up there in Minnesota, I think Fez should just stay off of bridges.
All right. Now, I was hoping not to bring that up today because I could not keep Fez away from the news. But a bridge in Minnesota over a river, Fez, the thing that we tell you all the time of your fears and your phobias, where we go, it's a bridge. It's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to fall down. A bridge fell down with people driving over top of it.
At rush hour,
yeah.
This bridge going over the Mississippi River collapses completely.
Yeah.
So they're still searching for people. The death toll keeps going up and down.
Let me guess, you're obsessing on this? You want to know every detail?
I want to know every detail. I keep looking at articles. Like if you go to CNN.com, you know, it'll have a list of something where it's like why the bridge collapsed, and then it doesn't tell you why the bridge collapsed. You know, and
Fate.
I'm just looking.
Would you feel better if it was just fate?
No, I wouldn't feel better if it was just fate.
What is it that's got you upset?
That, you know what, that this one just went down. That, you know what, nothing ran into it. They're saying, you know, terrorists didn't blow this thing up. These people just driving over this thing like they do every day at rush hour, and it collapses out from underneath them.
Yeah.
That's what's got me. The fact that this just happened on a regular day.
So you're saying now that's in your head every time you go over a bridge?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's in my head constantly.
This is what I worry about. Yesterday, I thought you had a great day. We had a fun show. I'm going to go so far as saying old Fez Whatley was back. I come in here today, you're basically in the fetal position when I show up. You're babbling on about bridges, and you're back to where you were before.
Exactly. I mean, I don't know why these things also happen on the day of therapy, where it's like I now have to wait a week to talk to my life coach about this.
So, and by life coach, you mean teenage shrink. But here's the sad thing for me. I thought you were back. I was planning on buying a boat today. I'm going, there is a future, but you're back to being scared, freaked out, Fez.
I just find myself, like, I will just find myself sitting and staring into space, like daydreaming, wondering what in the world went through these poor people's minds.
All right, that may not be the best thing to do for a person like you. That's what I'm trying to say. It did not happen to you, right?
Right, but But
why do you want it to happen to you?
I don't want it to happen to me. I'm afraid it's going to happen to me.
But when you call it on like that, like it did happen to you, and you start to take it personally, instead of going, oh, here's a news story, all those poor people, you know, it's a terrible thing. Why do you act like you were on the bridge that day? You're freaking out right now.
Because it goes through my mind, and I can't stop it. I can't stop it from going through my head of, you know, what if I was in that situation? What did those people think of when it happened?
I understand what you're saying, but how many bridges do you think are in the United States?
Thousands.
Right. And thousands and, you know, millions of people go over them every day for years and years and years, and this one case happened. I can't think of another case where a bridge just fell down like this. So, I mean, the odds of this, even if you wanted this to happen to you, right?
Right.
Are completely astronomical. And yet you've taken it on already right now like it did happen to you.
Yeah, and it's like it's so implanted in my mind, and I think, you know, I understand that the world is not a safe place. You know, things are going to happen. There's going to be car wrecks. There's going to be murders. But you would think you could drive over a bridge and it be safe. What, you know, I just wonder, what are these people doing when they inspect this thing?
A woman was in her kitchen last week, right? And a giant rock from space went through her house. So things do happen, but the fact is, they're not happening to you. These are astronomical odds. Astronomical.
Yeah, but it's the case of where, when I'm on a bridge, that's one of the many things I worry about happening, and here's a fear come true. This, now, it cements it in stone that it could actually happen. No matter what the odds are, it could happen. It has happened now.
So what is... Yeah, it ain't going to happen again.
How do we know that?
Well, we don't know anything. That's the beauty of it.
And this bridge...
What do you want to do? Live forever, in all honesty?
No, I don't want to live forever, but I also don't want to die in something catastrophic like that.
What's the difference? Now, once you get there, you're there. Your fear is a fear of death. And you have to think of death this way. It's like being smothered for eternity.
I don't want to
That's
think...
the thing that helps me and helps me relax.
That just makes my throat close up, thinking
Yes.
about being smothered for eternity.
Wouldn't you rather go out fast, like in a bridge collapsing, than like a long, drawn-out illness or something terrible like that? I mean, it seems a better way to go out.
I don't know, because all I can think of is, like, let's say we're talking about a plane crash.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the terror of knowing there's something wrong with the plane and waiting for it to hit the ground. Even if it's just seconds like that.
Well, I know. Nobody wants to die a terrible death.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. And
Thank you.
But look around the room. There's, 7 guys here. One of them's eating a sandwich again. Dave, seriously, why do you still keep the same lunchtime as if you had a regular job? You have 21 hours a day not to eat in front of us. But look around. So he's eating. Earl's listening to music on another channel, not even paying attention to us. Pitsy is looking at box scores. I'm trying to do a show with you. Everybody read this story, and we all said that's horrible. Why are you taking it on? That's the thing you've got to ask yourself. What does it give you now to become the center of attention as if, oh my God, the bridge is collapsing around Fez?
You know what? I don't know, because it drives myself crazy. I don't know if I get anything positive out of it.
Well, you get us to look at you.
Well,
and I think that's what you're after. And then you don't have to do a show today. And that's what you're after.
I think I'd rather have bridges stay up than get out of doing a show or get the attention.
So I should blame the probably long-deceased architect of this bridge that I come in here and you're not ready to have the fun show that we did yesterday.
This bridge, 40 years old. I checked that out to see how old it was.
Good.
40 years old, that's probably relatively young in bridge years in this country.
Sure. The Brooklyn Bridge is over 100 years old.
Right.
The 59th Street Bridge, Queensboro Bridge, over 100 years old.
Yeah, those are bridges, that I actually use, that I go on.
But here's the thing. There is a better chance of you being hit by a drunk driver. That's a decent fear to have. A fear that as you're driving down the road, someone that you're trusting to stay on their side of the yellow line comes across and hits you. And you have known this to happen to people in your life. I've known it happen. Everyone knows somebody that this has happened to. Why isn't that your fear? Why isn't your fear being in a car, driving down the road, a country road? Why is your fear this bridge that I've never heard of one falling apart before?
You know what? I think it's just because this is one of my personal phobias. That something like this got to me so bad. And, online there's the footage from a surveillance camera of it actually collapsing.
Right.
And this thing just drops.
Jesus.
It doesn't tumble down or anything. And you see, and just the images of the cars being all strewn about.
I'm not going to lie to you. It's a horrible thing. What happened there was a terrible thing. But, again, I'm not saying it, but you know how they build things in Minnesota. It's cold. Guys are in a hurry to get home. You're all wrapped up. You can't possibly focus and concentrate. Your balls start to hurt in that kind of cold. And you're going to be able to sit there and mix cement? It ain't going to happen. I'm sure they took some shortcuts.
I'm sure that's what happened with the inspections, too. Why do we bother inspecting anything?
Bobby, the good thing is this doesn't happen, Fez. Bobby, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, hey guys, listen, I'm up in Connecticut, and just to let you know, about 40 years ago there was a bridge they nicknamed Galloping Gertie. That was somewhere in the Midwest that thing collapsed. Then we had the Mayanas River Bridge collapse, and they just rebuilt the Sikorsky Bridge up off of 95 because they built it upside down, and they had to basically take the whole thing apart. So if I was Fezzi, I think he's got good concerns, and he should be worried about it.
All right, thanks for everything. Thanings, I appreciate it,
How do you
Bobby.
build a bridge upside down? Where someone's not looking at the plans, trying to figure this out.
Well, so the worst thing is it turns into a tunnel. That's nothing for you to worry about. Just think about this. When you die, it's like being smothered for eternity.
I can't breathe when you say that. The walls start to close in.
Think of the ants nibbling at you. Think of the worms in your flesh.
Maggots.
Hey, come on. I don't care what he is. You know what? Don't listen to him.
Sorry.
You date guys, it's okay.
He said maggot. Maggots.
And that's different?
Yes, it's different.
How? They both crawl in your ass.
One's a fly larva.
And the other one is an insect. All right, so there we have it, Fez. You're going to be okay. Bridges fall down. Now we've discovered that.
Yeah, that's the thing we got to deal with now. And you know what? This thing will go out of people's minds, and everyone will get back to normal.
Everyone's
and
back
no
to
one will
normal
check
now.
No one will. Yeah, exactly. No one will check a bridge. You know, where right now the government should have people looking at every bridge out there.
Well, we're very busy losing a war in Iraq right now.
Yeah, true.
We don't have time for bridges. But why is it that you're only afraid of a bridge that goes over water? Why aren't you afraid of every overpass out there? Most of the time when you're on a road like 95, it's basically structurally held up the same way as a bridge all the way from Maine to Florida. You're on a bridge.
Yeah, well, usually it's not that long. An overpass isn't going to be as long as a bridge. And I also don't get that whole plunging into the water feeling.
You'd rather plunge into the earth.
You know, it just seems like a less tall drop, a shorter drop.
Less tall drop, a shorter drop. Here's Nick. Nick, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Ron, Fez, how's it going?
How are you, Nick?
Pretty good. Hey, we have one of our company trucks. There's a situation that wasn't discovered on the news yet or talked about probably because they had their lawyer around here, but PCI hauled a bunch of material. That is a company that was working on the bridge, and they hauled a bunch of material considering 100 ton of sand and 150 ton of rock, and they dumped it all in like a 10 to 20 foot radius in the center of a section. And when they did that, they have all their trucks parked down there, too. So now you can figure you almost got 300 ton sitting in like a 20-foot section. Those bridges aren't made to do a roll test on that section of that kind of tonnage. They're kind of roll tested at like 50 ton per 10 feet.
All right, so here's the thing,
Fez.
Fez.
That's what they're looking at, why it buckled.
Why don't you do this? Next time you go over a bridge, wait till everybody else is off of it.
Yeah, where it's lighter. Yeah, this was rush hour.
All right, Nick, where are you calling from?
Minnesota.
Minnesota. So I guess everybody just totally freaked out there today, right?
Yeah, I mean, they obviously didn't talk about it yet, but it'll come too. That's one of the reasons that they piled too much material, sand and rock in this section. It got too much weight.
All right, so first of all, here's the two things about Minnesota. You have trouble with your bridges. And then the other thing is you all say, the O&A show. O&A. O&A. Oh, I like O&A. It drives me nuts the way they say O&A. They cannot say O&A. Oh, I like O&A.
They drag out their O's too long.
Well, I think the shortest O you could possibly have. O&A show. Oh, they're funny, huh? Oh, yeah, they're funny. O&A. Aaron, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Ron.
Yeah.
I was just wondering, is this the end of Manic Fez and the start of the downward spiral into depression?
See, this is
psychosis?
This is why I'm glad that why everybody's all happy that Fez has turned into Tiffany and he's dancing around naked and he's having fun and all you people are laughing and throwing beer at him and acting like, oh, Fez is... I'm the one going, I don't know, man. I just worry where this thing is going to go. And I come in here this morning, and you're all just as much energy, and you're standing up again, but you're freaked out.
Totally freaked out. I can't unclench my hands. I'm just...
Try sitting down and doing the show the way a broadcaster would. You're doing the show right now like you're going to run down the hall.
It feels that way. I feel... Yeah, that is a great analogy, because it feels like, you know, even though that bridge was in Minnesota...
O&A!
I feel like I have this flight response, like I have to just get away. Like, no matter where I'm at, something bad could happen.
Well, you are up in a tall building in the middle of New York City.
I know.
The terrorist playground.
The really high view.
Bridge-like.
Yeah, very much.
Concrete.
Here's Terry. Terry, you're on Ron and Fez.
Ron and Fez, buddies.
Yeah.
Hey, I get up there quite a bit, and does it really freak Fez that it does me when, and they were talking about that rolling resistance on the bridges, but we have the traffic jams, and the entire bridge is bouncing up and down.
Well, anytime you're on a bridge, just walk over a bridge, and you can feel... It feels like you're on a swing a little bit. It sways. There's a sway to it, and there's a give, but that's a good thing. that means you're not going to be so strict that it could snap like a pretzel stick.
Right, I understand that. I have felt that before, where it's got me really, really scared, and I understand that's the way it's supposed. The way it's supposed to feel.
Supposed to.
And I, try to explain that to myself. But they're also supposed to stay up, not collapse into the Mississippi River.
Lorenzo, rolling in your benzo. You're on the Ron and Fez show.
What's going on, fellas?
Hey, man.
I just got a feel for our friends up north. I mean, first, Johan Santana is really pissed off. He's gone. Carney's gone. And now you got the bridge collapse. I mean, a terrible week for Minnesota.
I think the bridge collapsing is a lot worse than Kevin Garnett leaving town.
Yeah, let's put that at number 1.
Well,
what can we do with you, Fez? You want to go over a bridge today to try to break this thing? Break this fear?
Oh, no, I do not want to go over a bridge. I do not want to do it.
Well, you don't have to be in the car. You could be holding on to the outside with a pair of roller skates on.
That I don't see how it's going to help.
Get a hold of Elsie and tell her I'm going to do one of my things.
That's Elsa.
For some reason, I know how to cure phobias. Now, I was laughed out of the Institute for this, but I honestly believe, Fez, that if we put you, let's just say this because I know you're nervous, if we put you in the back of a pickup truck, on roller skates, holding on, and I let Eastside Dave drive over the Brooklyn Bridge over to the Verrazano.
Where my skates are just slipping and sliding and rolling in the bed of the truck.
Well, until you get your balance.
And
then you'll be in balance where? With life.
That sounds insane.
Would it be better if you were blindfolded?
No, it wouldn't be better if I was blindfolded. That way I wouldn't know if I was rolling out of the truck or not. I wouldn't be able to tell where I was at.
You got yourself at a pitch, brother.
Totally. And I'm like, you know what? To look away from the TV. Again, I'm an idiot and I can't do it.
Here's what I'm going to do for you. I want you to sit back and relax a little bit. I'm going to take you through a meditation exercise, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And teach you that the world can be a safe place.
Okay.
Teach you about a little safety. Earl, can you give me some meditation music that I always ask you for? Because you got to remember something, Fez. You're an invited member of this universe. And we're going to go through meditation to get you to understand that.
Okay.
All right?
Yes.
So I want you just to breathe in. And you can do this at home if you like, but not in the car, because then you'll fall into a meditative thing and you'll drive off a bridge.
Man.
So, there we go. That's perfect. Breathe in and hold it, Fez. And breathe out. Remember that you're surrounded. Back in again. Hold it and breathe out. You're surrounded by a golden healing light. A healing light that connects you with your God. And in and out with the breathing. Don't stop, Fez. In and out. And yes, even though life might bring unexpected things, you're going to be...
Ow! Oh, man!
What happened?
I got hit with a cowbell.
That's just the tension releasing.
Oh, man, I totally got hit.
Just breathe in, relax, and let yourself be surrounded by a glowing light. And in your mind's eye, as you're laying on your back, looking into the sky, you see something small at first coming towards you, getting larger and larger.
Ow! Man!
What?
I got hit with another cowbell!
Are you thinking about the bridge now?
No, I'm thinking about how bad my arm hurt.
That's it! Focus on that, brother! Focus on that pain. Physical pain. Now you don't have time to let your mind roll around.
Man! I was trying to relax there.
Do you need more?
No, I don't need any more.
Cured.
No, I don't need to get another cowbell.
What do you pay Elsie?
$125 a session.
Then give me $300.
$300?
Because I took you out of the state that you were in. And put you in a new state. All right, here's Robert. Robert, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How are you, buddy?
Fez.
Yeah, buddy.
Have you ever thought about just accepting the fact that you're either dead or you're not, and that some things are out of your control, and you just accept it, and you do what you can with what you control, and the rest, you leave to God.
The truth is, whether you're dead or you're not doesn't make any difference. What's the difference?
Well, dead, I don't want to be.
But you're going to be.
Yes.
So, whatever. That's part of life. That's like saying, I don't want to be awake. You can't stop yourself from waking up in the morning, right?
Right.
It's the same thing.
Oh, man. It's just, and I understand this whole not in my control thing.
Right. Eat a bunch of pills.
I totally understand it.
Yeah.
But I cannot accept it. I cannot take it in. I can't feel it. That give up all control. Because, I can't control it anyway.
Yeah, you don't have control. This control that you're saying to give up, you're freaking out on the radio right now. You're just going to hit with 2 cowbells. You're completely out of control. Just think of yourself as falling through space.
Well, you threw the cowbells at me.
Did I?
Yes.
Or was I guided to?
You threw them.
Was I guided to? We don't know that. I believe I was. I believe a higher power used me as a vessel to hit you with those cowbells.
I think you had a choice in it.
Well, I don't know. I'm not going to worry about those things. That's all above my head, Fez. I'm a simple man. Viola, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Ron. Hey, Fez.
How are you?
I'm a female truck driver. I went over that bridge day before yesterday.
Uh-huh.
It was down to one lane. They were doing construction on top of the bridge and under the bridge where they're actually...
Oh, I lost you, darling. You there? There she goes.
As she's talking about being on the bridge, her phone cuts out.
Big gal trucker is gone. Jill, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hi, Ron. Fezzy, listen, it's completely narcissistic to think that you are going to be in a bridge accident. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having empathy for the people who lost their lives and their family.
He has not thought about those people at all. You're right when you said narcissism, because all he pictures is this happening to him. No one else.
And it's really sad because you can't make it your own. You can't make everything your own, or you're just going to drive yourself crazy and you're going to get a tumor from stress and you're going to die a slow death of cancer.
Well, that doesn't help.
What would you rather?
The tumor speech, the great tumor pep speech.
What would you rather have, the tumor or the bridge collapse?
I don't want either. Gee whiz.
But if you had to take one.
The bridge collapse?
At least with the tumor, you can smoke. Like, why bother now? Earl, when you hear him go on like this, would you say worse than a black person when he gets like this?
Yeah.
That's how bad I feel today.
Thank you, Earl. I'd still say better.
Thank you, Ron.
That's the way I was raised. I'm trying to break that prejudice.
You're supportive.